we're here in Dark Medicine with some of Wilkes-Barre's finest. Would you guys like to introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah. Chris Wilson here. I sing in a Kulu, Low Brim Studio.
Nate, choice to make, strength for a reason.
Hey, I'm Ross. I play in One Step Closer.
I'm Ryan. I play in One Step Closer, Choice to Make, and Last Straw, and Anxious. Oh my God, so many
bands.
so much shit.
Yeah, all right. But we're here today. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. We're post SWB Volume 2, so I wanted to sit down with some people from the area just to talk about the local music scene and how the fest went. So Nate actually put it on. I'm just curious, Nate, for the people that are listening and watching, where did this idea come from to want to put on SWB?
Last year, 2019, just wanted to do kind of like a one-day thing, but like all day, and just have it be like current bands and like all locals too. Like every year, I just want always like the locals on with like current bands. So that's essentially where it like stemmed from, like bands I want to see, friends bands, things like that. So that's the vibe.
And obviously, with the pandemic, you had to cancel like the initial run for SWB Volume 2. Was there any thought of to maybe just to let it go? Did you lose any steam, or were you just like, all right, when things pick back up, we're going to get right back to it?
Yeah, I wasn't going to let it. I was just going to do it again when I could do it again, just because like it's real. Not to be whatever. It was pretty easy to make it come together because it's all like friends bands, so it's not like I had to like deal with booking agents or what. Just trying to like catch bands like when everyone's kind of free. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like as far as their schedules. So yeah, I mean, it's a little stressful, but it's not as stressful as I feel like you could do it.
All right. So anybody out there could, if they put their mind to it, they could make a fest happen in their area. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. And for you, Chris, you attended day 2?
Yeah,
right?
day 2.
Can you talk about what your experience was like?
Honestly, really great. I kind of walked in right as Age of Apocalypse was happening, because I got out of work at 5, unfortunately. But saw so many friends. It was just straight up like the excitement of like what you expect like a Wilkes-Barre hardcore show to be. It was happening there in that venue. Like just like kids definitely just discovering new bands, especially like the bands at the beginning of the block, because most of the bands that probably people have heard of are probably closer towards the end, besides Angels of Edge. Never heard of those guys before. They were great. But, it was exciting too because like a lot of people decided to, check out those bands, buy their merch, a lot of those bands just played their first show not that long ago. So it was cool to kind of like Pain of Truth, for example, they just got out. That was technically their first show out of state. So it was special for that reason, which I heard through the grapevine was better than their record release. which was awesome to hear.
Right. He heard it. I didn't hear that.
It was Sentinel's first show ever.
Yeah,
Sentinel's first show. I don't know. It felt exciting to be there. There wasn't a dull moment.
How many Last Straw shows was there?
That was the second Last Straw
Number
show.
2
and we
Last
played
Straw.
our first one like 2 days before that.
Okay,
so it was just like...
Was it important for Last Straw to play the first show in Connecticut? Because I know the guys are so prideful of their area, which is awesome. I love that. But
yeah.
Do they want to make sure, like, okay, we got to do it first here at home before we travel out?
Yeah, it was definitely like the show that they put together on Thursday was just all Connecticut hardcore. And it was a lot like this band Wreckage. That's really awesome. That's just like a group of younger kids that just like made a demo in quarantine. I think that was like their second show. And then Almighty Watching played. I think that was their second show as well. And then there was Standalone and The Thrill, who were both on tour. They're from Syracuse. So they pretty much put that show together just for those 2 bands, but they're like, let's just make it like a Connecticut showcase kind of thing. And the Last Straw set was sick, and every other band had a really great reaction, I thought. So it was cool. It was it was fun to play SWB with like all, 3 kind of different bands, just because I've gone to that venue and seen like Backtrack and like Code Orange went before they were massive, and then I saw a Title Fight show there, and like just kind of bigger shows. So it was cool to like take part and actually play there like again. So it's cool.
Now, where does the secret code name Angels of Edge come from? Because I saw the name on the flyer, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not that in tune because there's this band higher up on the bill. I was like, okay, maybe I'll check them out eventually. And then I saw people start tweeting about it, like, who the fuck is Angels of Edge? So I was like, all right, let me reach out to Nate and figure this out and see what I'm missing. And then he kind of broke the news, like, oh, that's one step closer under a code name.
Yeah.
When we were like trying to find like a name for the band, I wasn't even in the band yet, but like we were all like throwing names out there. Like it was like Smooch. We came up with Half Step, Splash. And
Just
then
all these like really
Shit would
really
have
bad
way
names.
different if you like picked one of those.
Yeah.
for
And then I don't know who said Angels of Edge.
It was because there was a glass angel in this kid's house that we used to practice at, and BT like jokingly was like, "Listening to the band Angels of Edge," and he just like pointed at this like glass angel, and everybody, just the way he kind of said it, everybody just lost it for a second, and then like that's just been like a running joke for
Yeah.
like the entirety of the band, kind of. So
I wanted people to think that it was like a straight edge biker band that was playing.
Angels of
and we made like biker jackets or like something crazy.
And I wanted to go really into that joke, but no one thought it was funny. Everyone was like, "Who the fuck is this band?"
straight
like,
out of a comic book.
Yeah.
It's so
Did it like bother people?
I don't know. I don't think it
I-
bothered
What,
me.
Angels of Edge?
Yeah.
People just thought like, "Who is this band?" They probably
Like
suck.
Justin Clemo was like, dude, who the fuck is it? Like he came up to us like in Scranton when we were skating. He was like, who the fuck is Angels of Edge?
Tell me you said I don't know.
I literally said, dude, I was like, bro, I was like, it's literally us. Like, what do you
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, we're bad at keeping a secret.
Yeah.
so-
Just said I don't know.
But it was cool.
It was a nice surprise for me because flying in, I was like, I felt like it made sense for you guys to play, but I know you guys were getting really busy, so maybe you guys just wanted like a little break. But when I found out that you guys were actually on the fest, I was like, okay, cool, this is awesome. Like I know I just seen you guys back in Florida. That was like last time I saw you guys live, but it was
Yeah.
cool to catch you guys here.
Yeah, it was when we wanted to do a secret set either way, but like Nate hit us up a while ago. Well, I was talking to Nate a little bit ago because I was trying to have our record release like this same weekend. And he was like, no, like we are doing SWB this year, like whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll just push it a month. And I know like the last time 2019 when SWB happened for the first time, we played it. And Nate, I think what like he said, like usually wants the locals to play. But I think we're trying to like save like a full set for the record release just because that's like our first like official time playing home in almost like 2 years. So we're like, we kind of want that to be a special thing, but we'll do like a secret set and still like be a part, you know what I mean? And like
I
still
want to
be
play
there.
SWB so bad.
You wanted to play SWB?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think you say he didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate. No, I'm joking. I wanted to play so bad. I was
Yeah,
like trying to talk everyone into being down
I
for
will
it.
say,
Yeah.
I will say, when you guys played the Reach, I've never seen like that many people like so excited to hear a riff.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it
That
was.
riff's like a meme now.
It is.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I was. I don't know. I was happy just because I didn't know what to expect. Because
Yeah.
like I feel like people just didn't really know like that we were playing, which I was surprised because I thought more people would have just been like, "Oh, that's one step closer," like whatever.
Well, I don't have friends to tell. So if you didn't tell anyone, I told him.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
literally told. We
So
told
that's
like
about, you know.
like Clemo and like I think maybe
Baby
like
Bri.
yeah, Baby Bri, like maybe like 2 or 3 people, and that was like it. So, but I don't know. It was cool that people were like hyped.
Oh, I told more people actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot. At the Bazaar opening, people were like, "Who is this?" And I was
okay.
like, "I don't know. I do know." And then I get excited about stuff.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun though. It was a great time.
Yeah, it was cool to because obviously on that tour that you were with Terror, you were closing with the Reach, so it was fun to hear it in the beginning.
Yeah, we usually, I mean, we opened with it for so long that I think we were just trying to switch it up and do something a little different. And I think now that the record's out and everything, I think we'll probably still end up playing it. It's either gonna be first or last. Like that's just gonna be the rotating thing. I feel for the most part. But yeah, we were just trying to do a new like a kind of a different lineup of songs just for first tour back and stuff. So
Yeah, and I know I've been bugging you about playing that new song, "I Feel So."
Yeah,
because I feel like that song is like the perfect song to open with.
Oh yeah, 100%. We'll definitely be opening sets with that song. We just didn't want to play like too much new stuff either because we're kind of just trying to save it for like one night. You know what I mean? Like that's like the first night of like
So when you
playing
come
new
back,
stuff.
you can
What's
see
great.
it.
Yeah, you should fly back.
That's the plan, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't
Awesome.
told you yet, but yeah, I mentioned to a couple of people the plan is to come back in a month.
Awesome, dude.
He said, he asked me
go.
the temperature that this was going to be. I'm like, oh, it's pretty nice, like about 59, 60 lows and like the high 40s.
Yeah.
He goes, that's cold. I go, if you're coming back in November, that's
It's
cold.
like
Did you
30s and
buy your
40s
ticket?
probably.
Like plane tickets?
No, for the record release.
No, I did not.
All right, good.
Yeah,
So-
you can get it for free.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyone who like flies into it, we just want to like get in for free.
Oh wow. Okay.
So of the people that bought tickets that are flying in,
Get a
fuck
refund.
y'all. Anyone who didn't buy one, fly in.
Yeah.
So I'm
Get
gonna
it for
take. I'm gonna go to Avoca, get in the plane, go around, do a lap. land.
If you want to
I'm
waste
in.
that much money, yeah, you could. Do
I'm
that. It would be cheaper just to get the
I'll,
ticket.
I'll go to the 44th airport, do a lap around 44th land, and I'm in.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm definitely looking forward to coming back because you guys definitely curated an awesome lineup for the record release.
Oh yeah, I'm stoked on the lineup for the record release. It's just all of our friends and like people that we've just become super close with
Mhm.
over the years, and like it literally is just all the bands that we like are just really about, and just like want to support. So it's cool to just have a lineup that everyone's just kind of hyped on. Plus, I think people love those bands. People love Inclination. People love Magnitude. So I feel like it's cool. It's not just like whatever. Like we're doing our record release, but it's like a lineup that I think people are just like, oh, I kind of need to be there. So
Yeah. As much as I love Magnitude and Inclination, I'm super excited to see Broken Vow.
yes, I love that band.
Yeah.
I love that band, and I love the
Young
dudes in that
kids.
band, and they're all just like young kids from Connecticut, pretty much just doing, they love Magnitude, and that's what they're doing, So
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah,
It's really sick.
And they're doing a great job. So shout out to Broken Vow.
Yes.
Want to switch gears? Nate, Choice to Make just put out a 2-song promo tape with Streets of Hate. Can you kind of give a timeline of what's to come for Choice to Make?
What's to come? I don't know. What I would like to come is I'd like to write maybe like an LP and do that next year,
Mhm.
and then play live shows off the EP that never got live shows played upon. Like we put that out, and then that was it until nowish. So
That is true.
I'd like to let those get some live love
Mhm.
while writing new shit, and then cross that bridge.
Okay, yeah, because that is a little bit of a blur. Because I remember, obviously, I caught you guys set at FYA back in 2019,
Mhm.
or excuse me, 2020, and then obviously a couple months later, that's when everything went crazy
Yeah,
and
that
shut
was about
down.
the last time we played until like October 1st of 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or 3 weeks ago.
And that's a long time. And yeah, so thinking back, I didn't realize that you guys, now
And the
everything's...
record came out Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
And the release was the end of March. Then that didn't happen. So yeah,
Sadness was dope.
we never really played since it was out.
And that lineup was a perfect lineup too. It was
It was good.
That show would have been
It
awesome.
would have been
I was bummed on that.
enjoyable. But yesterday was enjoyable.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I told you, Nate, that I was obviously there for the show, and seeing you guys live, I was really happy to see you guys get so much love, and just seeing everybody going crazy. Like the dance floor is full. I jumped off the stage, which I rarely do these days.
He flew in.
Dude, you flew. It was sick.
Good.
I've caught wind of that.
Oh, I know. Yeah, Chris came to me afterwards. He's like, "Hey, I forgot what you said exactly, but
Yeah,
you're
I got
like,
a
hey.
mouthful of you, bro.
Yeah. I just didn't even know who was there. I just felt it. I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm hopping up on the stage. Hopefully, I don't get hurt."
Dude, you flew right past me. I was like, holy shit, was that
Yeah.
Jamie? I was like,
He was like super, like
It was
halfway,
awesome.
like he got like 1-2 steps, and then just like sent 3/4 of the stage, just like. to
yeah,
little
it was
Superman. I was like,
so
yeah.
sick.
Because I only get glimpses of what's going on because I'm like looking up, I'm like closing my eyes, looking down, so I have no idea if it's an oil painting or if it's just like moving or what. But I happened to open my eyes then, and I saw like your feet flying that way, and I was like, yeah, Jamie, okay.
That
It was pretty fun. But yeah, I was really happy for you guys to be able to have a great set. But I'm hoping that you can give those songs that came out last year some love, because it is tricky, right, to try to find that balance, because you don't want to just skip over something that you guys worked so hard for. And you know, obviously, you want to stay relevant as well, so you got to find the balance. All right, this has to have.
It's kind of why we did like that little tape.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So just to keep a little something new out there that we could work into the set with the EP shit and play on while still writing something full.
Yeah. For sure. And shout out Streets of Hate for putting out that tape. If you haven't had a chance yet, go pick up a
Streets
tape.
of Hate fanzine.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have
so
it
sick.
anymore.
They might be sold out, but go check it out. Shout out Alex.
Listen to the songs.
Yeah.
100%. Chris, I'm just curious about Ikulu. You guys just had a run in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind talking about that? What it was like for you out there? Because you guys did, was it like 3 or 4 shows?
Yeah, we played about 4 shows, or maybe 4.5, because one show got cut in half. But yeah, those dates were great. Last time we were out there was with Illusion too, so they kind of got a taste of it again. There's those who didn't get a chance to go. It was just kind of like just same tremendous energy. Like the shows, honestly, one venue was shutting down the day that we were playing. So, and that was the San Antonio show. So we kind of expected the energy to just kind of be radiating off the walls, like people just going crazy, literally exceeded our expectations. People were like throwing shit, literally moshing as hard as they could. Sweat was just like condensating off the walls because you're playing in like a shoebox sized room. But honestly, better than we imagined. Texas fucking, they've got the energy. They got great moshers too. So shout out to everyone who moshed to our sets. It was awesome. It was great time. Illusion is so worth watching. I don't know if anyone's
That band's
listening
awesome.
has watched Illusion,
So
but
good.
honestly, the best feeling at a show is watching Illusion and then watching everyone's head just like bouncing and bobbing the whole time. It was so cool.
That Sound and Fury set when he was just like, his name's Alex, right?
Yeah,
and
Alex.
he's just like climbing all over,
Yeah.
like, and just like, dude, that was cool.
He was like climbing these like not
The
rafters.
rigging?
Yeah, the rigging around the stage layout. It was so cool. It was like felt like Eddie Vedder on stage.
Yeah,
it was cool.
It was sick.
Or Bob Wilson in Europe.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Okay. And I'm curious, because this is my first time out here, and it's been such a great time. But as far as the scene goes, obviously you guys are all in pretty relevant bands, doing cool stuff. How do you feel the fest will do in terms of trying to bring out more kids and trying to bring life back into the scene? Because I know you guys, I heard from everybody that there hadn't been shows at that spot in a long time.
Yeah.
Like years. I think the last one I saw there was Title Fight in like 2015 or something like that.
Was that
Yeah.
then? I was there.
That might have been the
I don't
last
even know if
one.
I was at that one because I went to West Side Park the night before or whatever. But before that, it was a few years. Yeah, because it was right before Redwood, and I think that's when like Power Trip played that and that Code Orange show was.
That show was crazy, and that was before either band was like really popping.
It was like me and Metal Allen like circle pitting for Power Trip.
I think Code Orange was still like Code Orange Kids
Yeah,
at
they were
that
Code
point.
Orange Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what year that was, but yeah, essentially like the OG venue pulled out like in the beginning of October, and so just casted a wide net, and this spot came back up. So luckily enough, we were able to salvage it.
And going forward, do you think that's a spot that you guys will keep returning to since there has that history there, or are you guys trying to work on something else?
No, I mean if it goes back there, fine. But if I could find something a little more into town, let's say, I'd like to do that. Just so there's a little more options of food, parking, things of that nature.
Yeah, parking was a little bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, but I mean, desperate times, desperate measures. It was cool that they had us, and if obviously, if we have to go back, we'll go back. No problem. It's not like I dislike it or whatever. But honestly, I'd like to try to find something between Wilkes-Barre and Scranton. Like that's why I liked Pittston, because it was like in the middle,
Mhm.
you know.
Okay.
I feel like Glen Lyon, they were also like just super cool about everything that was
Yeah.
happening. They just didn't seem to care.
Yeah,
The
they
dude, when we picked up the stuff today, the dude was wearing like a dying fetus hoodie. Did you notice that?
Super
Francis.
cool. Yeah.
Francis. He's like he likes like heavy metal and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I feel like
real
he was just
cool.
like, oh, this is cool. Like, I don't
He's
know.
like, he's not like I don't think he's like a sound dude, but he was like down to like do the sound all night for us, and like he was the one who like, you know, helped like Tom from Death Grip hit him up and, you know, laced up that spot for us. So
yeah,
props to them.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's huge.
And as far as the fest, like, can you talk about like, some of your favorite moments?
Me or everybody?
Everybody, we'll go down the line.
It's a good question. Honestly, I mean, most memorable set had to be the Pain of Truth set. That was really exciting. Mind Force was hilarious because like a lot of people were moshing that I haven't seen mosh in a while. Shout out to Matt Rand. You know, this
Matt
place
Ren
is-
was moshing?
Yeah.
that was a highlight of me. Like for
Oh.
He watched to like 6 sets last
That
night.
is
Yeah.
so sick.
me, Ashley's right. We moshed just so many.
I
bands.
saw him mosh to The Answer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he
so.
matched to
Last straw.
Last Straw,
Yeah,
yeah.
because of the Frostbite cover.
Oh,
yeah, he
okay.
went- he
then
was going nuts.
That's sick. That's cool.
Matt, keep moshing.
Yeah,
If you're listening.
so sick.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah.
Me?
You put it on.
Favorite moment?
You had a lot going on, but
The end. I really liked. Like day one was kind of stressful because of the PA stuff. So apologies to all the bands that had to deal with that. Day one was almost like when an iPhone comes out and there's some bugs, and then day two was like a few months later the bugs are worked out.
The update comes.
The
yeah.
update comes, and then so Saturday my favorite moment was cut down having a reaction at 1:45 in the afternoon. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
there was
agree.
people in the room, and it was like it could have been midday or like, you know what I mean? Like usually shit like that on a long show, you don't see people like really like participating until, you know, 5 to like 6:30 even. Like they're either not there or they're just like saving their energy. But like every band all day, there was some sort of like crowd action. Like it honestly, like some like your like Last Straw's set started to remind me of like Posy Fest, like just the way people were moving, like people were moving during fast parts, and they were just going side to side to side to side, which I haven't seen like cohesively through a show in like since then. So I loved that, and I loved like seeing people like enjoy. Like I was stressed as sin, but like when I would see people enjoy, it would make me happy. So that's why
Yes, sir.
we'll do it again. And props to Matt Wren, TK, Dan Schultz, fucking Jack and Jimmy helping break down the stage and transport it. Fucking Eddie Hall for helping. He's like not even like he's like hardcore adjacent, but he's my homie staying with me. So he's like he went to work, and everyone that like helped, like that was I don't know. So those were my favorite moments. What were yours?
can I go last?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, Ross, you're right. I'll go last.
I think the Gag set was fucking dope.
Oh.
Love that band.
Awesome band.
And I like seeing that a lot of people were just like covering Wilkes-Barre bands. Thought that was really cool. There's a couple,
Oh, Raw Life, I think did.
yeah, couple.
Matt, that's the first time I saw Matt get out there.
Yeah, was that for Did he cover a Cold World? Or was
Oh,
that,
did they cover Cold World?
someone
Yeah.
cover Cold
Oh, who
World?
covered Frostbite?
Last Straw.
Last Straw.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Raw Life covered Cold World, and people were going wild.
Yeah. So I thought that was
Never
cool.
mind.
People like kind of
Never
like paying homage to like the area, which I always love to see.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, Wilkes-Barre rocks. That's what you
There's
ran.
not many areas you could do that in. Like bands
No.
coming to one place.
I
and,
agree.
like,
Yeah.
I agree.
consistently cover multiple legendary bands.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I'd say one of my favorite moments was like walking in after the food break, and then watching Payback, and like just looking around the room and seeing like so many people that I've just never seen, before. I feel like there was like when I got there, I don't know, we got there I think a little before doors, and when doors were open, there was like this group of like 5 kids that just like walked in that I've definitely just never seen before, and they looked really like younger, and I was like, this is cool, because maybe they'll come to more shows, whatever. But walk in and I see Payback playing, and like everyone is just going fucking nuts, and it was just like, I don't know, that moment with just like seeing a full room and then all the like younger kids and then just people going nuts. It just like, it just kind of clicked. I was like, yeah, this is like why Wilkes-Barre is cool, and this is why hardcore is cool. It's like, it was just like a kind of just a moment there. And and also like, it was just like, it was fun playing like 3 sets in one day. Like it was sick. And like, that was my first set back with Choice to make. So that was just like, that it felt good to play and like have people go off. So I think, it was a great time. I had a great time.
That's awesome. I feel like for me, this is like the podcast isn't over, but like I feel like SWB is like this weird culmination of like a lot of stuff that I've done over the years. To have so many different people that have been on the podcast in one room that I never even expected to be there. Mm-hmm. Like even the second day, getting to meet people like Ron from New York, Jason from New Jersey, people that supported me from like very early on, to be able to finally meet them in person was awesome. And then seeing people that I respect, like Bob Wilson, who I didn't even know was going to be there, because obviously he has his big show going on today in Philly. So for him to make the drive out and support your guys' scene and attend the fest, I thought that was super awesome. So just to be able to meet people for the first time, and even seeing just like familiar faces like you guys, I felt like that was really special for me to just have you guys all under one roof. And honestly, like even though this was my first time being out here, it felt like this is like it felt like home. Yeah. Right? Like everybody was like super cool, like no like weird egos or anything. It was just like a really good experience for me.
That's the one cool thing about, I feel like our scene is like everyone's just homies with each other for the most part, and like I feel like there's not really any crazy egos or anything like that. It's just kind of like, everyone, even especially like, I mean, like Jason and all of like the New Jersey crew people, like those have been like our friends since like some of our first shows, like, and like they were like our first like one of our first friends in hardcore, and like they come to like Wilkes-Barre shows all the time. Mm-hmm. Bob Wilson comes to Wilkes-Barre shows all the time.
I do want to, before I forget, props to Payback, because their bass player Andrew got married on Friday, and they made the set happen for Saturday, the rest of them, while he enjoys his time. And
That's awesome.
Keith is like, yeah, I'm playing. Like it's happening. So
Baller.
Keith is PA hardcore.
Yes, he is.
And Payback is PA hardcore. One scene unity.
Yeah.
100%. Before we wrap up, I just want to shout out From Within Records, Carter Holmes. He's the man.
Yes, he is. He's awesome.
All right, whatever you guys want to say.
Pick up this new One Step Closer record. These boys are great.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Jamie, for everything.
No,
Yeah,
it's a pleasure.
It's great to finally meet you in person.
100%.
Fuck One Step Closer. Buy the new Choice to Make tape. Or actually, buy the old EP.
Hey.
Yeah.
No.
With the
Buy the
Chris
new
X
Kulu record.
Yes.
No, could you still anywhere?
joint.
Does
Maybe.
anyone have it?
Maybe.
Look around. Dark Web
Look
will
for the
have
first
it.
press on blue. That's hard to find.
Get One Step Closer. Thanks to all the bands that played the fest. Thanks to everyone that came out. Thanks to Jamie for coming out.
I'll be back next year. SWB Volume 3.
Volume 3. Yes, it will be.
It's just Jamie Fest after that.
No.
He's like, hell no.
Hi. Sorry.
Yo, hold up. Is Human Work sold out?
Who?
Yeah.
More in Human Work?
Yeah. There's a second pressing coming.
Get the second pressing From Within Records. Go on, Russ.
Dope. Shout out all the homies. And Bizarre Skate Shop. Killing it.
Yes.
Big time.
Shout out Bizarre Skate Shop and Akulu, because the new Akulu record is perfect. So buy the record if it's available. I don't know if it
Yeah,
is,
try to
but
find it.
it might be.
It might be.
So
On CD.
Dark Medicine, too.
yes,
Always.
representing
Good fortune.
and
Wild
good fortune.
Red.
Yes,
We're just going
Wild
Red.
Red.
House fly
No doubt.
fishing.
Housefly.
Yeah.
Low
Things
brand.
are
There's a lot of
popping.
stuff here.
Yeah,
It's cool.
awesome place. Shout out to Feet First Productions.
Feet
Yes.
First Productions.
The best.
It was awesome. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace.